Welcome to San Diego Market Movers. I'm your host, Valley, and we're here with one of our fan favorites, Rich Kushner. Welcome back to the show.
Hey, thank you for having me.
Yeah, good to see you. So, Rich, I know you've been in real estate for a long time. Can you tell us how you got into real estate?
I can. It's kind of a circuitous route, but it was a fascinating story in my humble opinion. I started out in 1997. I bought my first house. I was living in Atlanta, and at that time, I followed the home inspector around, and I was fascinated with what he was doing. And so I had no construction experience, but I took a CABO course, which is the Council of American Building Officials, and I was able to pass the test. It was a 6-month course. It was a 6-hour test, and I passed the test, and that just meant that I was, familiar with the code restrictions in the East Coast. Out here on the West Coast, they use ICBO, which is international code, and that includes earthquakes. So anyway, I was doing home inspections on the side, and I got fascinated with, I had a friend of mine who was buying houses in Atlanta. It was right after the Olympics, and housing prices doubled. They went from like $20,000 to $40,000. So I got into the business. I bought 31 houses on my own. I was rehabbing them, and with my home inspection experience, it really helped me to, build the houses and know what I could and could not do. And once I started making cash flow, I actually moved to California in 2001, which was, a dream of mine. And then as the housing market started going south, I saw the writing on the walls, started selling my houses in Atlanta, and realized I needed to get a job. I've got an appraiser trainee's license, and I was working for an appraiser, and you have to do an internship for 2 years, and you can shorten that by getting a real estate broker's license. So I did that, and I realized as I was working for the appraiser that the real estate agents looked like they were having a lot more fun.
Yeah.
And making more money.
Yeah.
So that's when I switched over to become a real estate agent.
All right.
And I sold all my houses except for one, got down to one. And then in 2008, I started buying again, and I got up to 25 houses, which I currently manage right now.
Wow.
Yeah, so I've got a lot of experience. During that period of time, I also got an accredited buyer's representation or representative certification, senior real estate specialist certification, certified distressed property expert certification. So I'm pretty well rounded.
Yeah,
I also have an
say
MBA.
that.
Yeah, and as if all that's not enough, my broker is my mentor. His name's Kevin Burke, and he has a real estate law degree, and he's on the California Association of Realtors Board of Risk Management, which means that he's literally written or amended half the contracts that we use in the entire state. And so, I would say that's a pretty good backup for me.
I like it.
And a great source for learning.
Yeah. Sounds like working with you is a good safety net.
Yeah,
Like you kind of so well-rounded, you have any questions, he's got you. All right. Well,
That's
thank you
great.
so much for sharing your story.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks, guys.